Hi guys, I just want to share this little trip up the valley. Now I'll show you on the map here, and I'll zoom in and zoom out and then zoom back in again, just to give you an idea where we are. And we're going to go up the valley. It's about, I don't know, 150, 200 meters elevation to the top. And we're going to see all the little guest houses and hotels along the route. And it's a beautiful day. You can see all the cotton wool clouds in the sky, very picturesque. And it's very fresh today, not too warm, but the sun's out, and it's a really, really nice day, clear air, mountain air. Basically, we're in more or less the centre of Bulgaria. And in the mountains, the Stara Planina National Park. And a lot of people come here for the thermal springs, which is where all the hotels are, and that's where we'll end up in a little while. So we head up, and all along the road there's little shops and little hotels and things like that, and guest houses, and just really, it's a very picturesque ride. And we're winding up, going over one bridge, over another bridge, and as we wind up with the river, and you tend to switch from one side of the river to the other in these valleys. As the river winds, you wind the other way, and so it's this is the tourist part of our region. It's not fully tourist. I mean, there's some quite industrial parts of the town, which I suppose it makes all diverse, and it works better like that. We've even got a big pharmaceutical factory called Teva, which is based down by down the other side of Sofia. So we're just coming up now to a place called Hitapeta. Now, Hitapeta was a folklore like hero type guy. So we just look over to the left here, and they started this actually. This hotel. Well, it's like a guest house, really. You can sleep in the house, but mainly a restaurant. And I think it was a family who went to Canada, and they did okay in Canada, and then they've invested here. Now, I don't know the full story, but that's what I gather. But it's a beautiful place, and it's very tastefully done, and it's lovely sitting down by the river, and it's quite reasonable actually. The prices and the food, mainly traditional Bulgarian food, and it really gets packed at the weekends, this place. So yeah, and then I've just panned to a little guest house there. And we're heading up and up and up the valley, and we're going to shortly arrive at another hotel, and they call them the family hotel. The name is Semin. The C is an S. Semin Hotel. If you'd ever see that, CEMEEN. That's a family hotel. I always thought it was local hotel, but it's not. It's family hotel, and we can just we're coming up to that now on the left, and they've got a pool as well here. There it is on the left there. So we just carry on now, and we're just coming up to the end of my village, which is called Beliossum, and we'll see the sign here. We're just coming up to the sign. There it is, and we're now in Chiflik, which goes all the way up to the resort. Now you find these villages are strung along the valley. They're very, very long. It's just 1 or 2 houses wide mainly, and they just wind up these beautiful valleys. And we see the traffic as well. It's always like this. It never ever gets heavy around here. It's a bit heavier at the weekend, and you see all the tourists coming up, and you see all the different number plates from all over the country. A lot from Sofia, and I've just got to be a little bit careful here. We're just coming up to this guy with a tractor. Watch he doesn't reverse into me and write my car off. Just navigate round. Okay, we're in the clear now, and heading up the further up the valley. It always looks like you're getting to the top, but there's a long way to the top, and even when you get to the resort, you've still got the mountains above you, you know, and that's where all the water comes out from the below ground at 60 degrees apparently, and you know, it's people come here for all kinds of things: spa treatments, massages, arthritic problems, all that kind of stuff. And there's this one, and there's another resort about 15 kilometers in the other direction, called Chiflik, not Chiflik, Shipkavo, and and people go there, and they've got like a kind of wellness centre there, and they've got all these different types of water that come out. Some of it with sulphur. They've got sulphur springs there. So you know, there's all sorts in the mountains here. Very picturesque, and as I say, this is the tourist half of the story. In the town, we've also got a big furniture culture of small factories and workshops everywhere. We've got parquet factory. We've got pellet factories and briquettes, and for the wood burning fires. And so it's very diverse. We've also got some industry, kind of heavier industry as well. They make ball bearings and stuff like that. So we're just coming up now. You'll see a house in a minute on the left, which is painted green, and there it is. And this used to be owned by a guy from Durham, and I don't ever know what happened to him. And he made it into a restaurant and some guest rooms up behind. And I only used to come in the winter, and I lived in the other valley then, so I didn't come up here really too often. And I came now and again to see him and that, and in the end, he closed the place, and he was working in a ceramics factory. I don't ever know what happened to him. But I'm guessing he's passed away, because that was quite a while ago now. So that was about 2005, and he was 75 then, or early 70s. So yeah, and so we've just gone past the shop, which I'm going to stop at on the way back. Great little shop, and the guy there, he's buried in the amount of stock he's got in the shop. It's a really well stocked up shop, which is the opposite to our shop in our square, which has got nothing really in it. It's one of the Soviet shops, I call them, which are just they're struggling to just fill the shelves. They have that little amount of stock. I don't know why they do that, but anyway, that's just what they do, and they get by because they probably. I mean, a lot of these businesses, it's not like the UK where, a lot of businesses, the high streets are closing down because these people are working out of the houses, they live above the shop and things like that, and they'll own the shop. So, and I'm not sure what they pay in the way of rates or anything like that. But they all seem to get by, and they don't seem to be struggling or panicking in any way. It used to be very kind of quiet, but now there's a house there, red brick house, you've just seen. That was for sale. I think someone's bought it because the sign's no longer there, and they've cleared away a lot of the. It was quite overgrown, and they've uncovered it now. So maybe someone's going to do something with that. And so very shortly we're going to go through a green area now. I don't know why they haven't built up all this area, really. So we'll come up now to shortly to the resort, and we're just going to enter into it now. We'll see all the cars parked along the road near the hotels, and everything from here on in is just hotels and rentals, and this is the resort now. So if we I'll just slow down here in a second, and up to the right, I'll just stop here now, and just up to the right there, that's called the Venica Palace Hotel. That closed for a while. There was something to do with the permit about the water, and they didn't have all the permits or paperwork in place. There's something like that anyway. So they closed for a while, and now it's opened up again, and it seems to be doing very well, like all the other places here. And I knew a few people who worked on the construction of it, and it wasn't that long ago that it was constructed. And over to the left, this is all like rental houses, and everything you see here is pure like holiday stuff. This is the resort proper, and it's even now in the week, it seems to be quite busy, and it never used to be. And on the left here is another hotel. That was called the Venica. It's called something else now. Can't remember what it is, and I can't quite see the sign because I'm driving. And then we go up around the corner now, and there's about another 4 or 5 hotels up here. When I swing back around, you get a better view of them. So I'm just gonna stop in a second and turn around and head back. Go to the shop on the way home, and so yeah, up to the left here, there's a big swimming pool up there, and like they've done a little kiddies aqua park. It's quite good, and so yeah, and so I'll just I'm going to swing into this car park in a second, and then we see some people with camper vans over to the near the river. The river's down behind them, so it's a nice place. And they probably just paid the guy in the parking some, a little bit of money to camp there. And they're from, I can see by the number plates, they're from Varna. So they're visiting the mountains. It's like a reversal, because people go to the seaside from here and they've come from the seaside to the mountains. So yeah. And so as we're swinging round and heading back down to the to my place, and we see these cotton wool clouds, beautiful skyline. It's as if somebody had put them there for the video. Maybe they did, who knows. So yeah, so this is to the right, and they've made all the restaurants and stuff around the pool. It's very nice. And right in front we see the Balkan Hotel. I think this was one of the first ones, actually. The Balkan Hotel, and they've got all sorts of spa things inside and everything. I've never been in there, actually, which I should do. I should go and have a look at all these places, really. I might do this year. So yeah, so I'm going to wrap this up and head down to the shop and see the guy buried in his stock and get some shopping in. So hope you enjoyed that. Cheers.